Every day, millions of people around the world face serious challenges that affect their lives and our planet. We will talk about global problems and look at important areas such as environmental problems, social issues, political conflicts and violence, immigration and population changes, natural disasters, and diseases. We will also explain why these problems happen and what we can do in everyday life to help protect our planet and society. So let's get into it. What are global problems? Global problems are complex and interconnected issues that affect people and the planet, such as climate change, poverty, inequality, conflict, and diseases. Because they affect the whole world, they require collective action to solve them. Global problems include environmental problems, pollution and climate change, violence, actions that hurt people or communities, natural disasters like earthquakes, floods, and hurricanes, immigration, people moving to other countries, illiteracy, lack of ability to read or write, homelessness, living without a home, famine, lack of food, crime, breaking the law, terrorism, violence for political or religious reasons, growing population, more people on Earth which increases demand for resources, epidemics, diseases that spread quickly, addictions, dependence on harmful substances or behaviors, diseases, health problems, discrimination, treating people unfairly because of who they are, like their race, religion, or gender, poverty, lack of money and basic needs, unemployment, people without jobs, globalization, worldwide economic and cultural connections, wars, armed conflicts. Quiz Time Part 1. What are global problems? Name 5 examples of global problems. Why do global problems require collective action? What is discrimination? What is poverty? Immigration. Immigration is the act of someone coming to live in a different country. People immigrate for many reasons, such as economic reasons, political reasons, family reunification, natural disasters that cause famine or poverty, and the desire to change their surroundings and live a better life. Immigration is also the process through which individuals become permanent residents or citizens of another country. Immigration can bring many advantages to a country. However, it is important that there is mutual respect, kindness, and tolerance between migrants and native citizens. Civil wars. A civil war is a war between people from the same country. Civil wars often cause destruction, economic problems, and suffering for the population. Terrorism. Terrorism is a violent action carried out for religious or political purposes. People who commit these acts are called terrorists. A common terrorist crime is planting bombs in public places in order to harm or kill innocent people. Terrorists may also hijack planes or buses. The passengers then become prisoners called hostages. One of the worst terrorist attacks in history happened in the United States in New York on September 11, 2001. Members of the terrorist group Al-Qaeda hijacked 4 airplanes. 2 of them crashed into the famous Twin Towers of the World Trade Center. Several thousand innocent people died in the ruins of these buildings. Quiz time part 2. What is immigration? Why do people immigrate to other countries? What is a civil war and how does it affect people? What is terrorism and how do terrorists do it? What happened on September 11, 2001 in the United States? Addictions. Addiction means a strong desire to take or do something harmful repeatedly. Examples include drug addiction, alcohol addiction, gambling addiction. Addictions are a serious social and global problem. People may become addicted for several reasons. Stress. People sometimes use drugs or alcohol to forget their problems. Curiosity. Some people try things because they want to know what it feels like. Peer pressure. Friends may push someone to try drugs, alcohol, or other addictive behaviors. Mental health problems. People with depression or anxiety may become addicted more easily. Family history. If addiction exists in the family, the risk may be higher. Environment. Growing up around drugs or alcohol can influence a person. Loneliness. People who feel alone may turn to addictive behaviors. Homelessness. Homelessness is the state of being without a home. A homeless person is a person without a home, work, and money. Homeless people often live on the streets. They may sleep on benches in parks, under bridges, or in abandoned houses and buildings. They often beg in the streets and sometimes look for food in garbage bins. People can become homeless for many reasons, such as losing a job, domestic violence, divorce or family breakdown, drugs or alcohol addiction, gambling addiction, untreated mental illness. Poverty. Poverty is a worldwide problem. It can lead to starvation and malnutrition, increased crime, social exclusion, where poor people live on the margins of society, begging or mendicancy in the streets. Quiz time, part 3. 1. What is addiction? 2. Name 3 examples of addiction. 3. Why can people become addicted? 4. What does homelessness mean and what are some reasons for it? 5. What problems can poverty cause? Natural disasters. Natural disasters occur when something terrible happens in nature and often causes death and destruction. Hurricanes and tornadoes. Hurricanes and tornadoes are very strong and dangerous winds. Volcanoes. A volcano is a mountain with a large circular opening at the top through which hot liquid lava and rocks erupt. There are many active volcanoes in the world, for example, Mount Etna. Avalanche. An avalanche is a large amount of snow that suddenly falls and slides quickly down a mountain. Tsunami. A tsunami is a huge and destructive wave that appears after an undersea earthquake. Drought. A drought means that there is no rain for a long time, which often leads to famine. Floods. Floods occur when too much rain falls in a short period of time. Water covers land and houses, causing damage and sometimes death by drowning. Earthquake. An earthquake is the shaking of the Earth's surface. Many buildings can be destroyed, and many people may be injured or killed. Civilization diseases and epidemics. Another global threat is the spread of civilization diseases and epidemics. A recent example is the COVID-19 pandemic, also called the coronavirus pandemic. The virus was first identified in Wuhan, China in December 2019. Because it was a new virus, scientists needed time to understand it. Although many people had mild symptoms, the disease could also cause serious illness or death. The virus spreads mainly when an infected person is in close contact with another person. Common symptoms include fever, cough, fatigue, breathing difficulties, loss of smell and taste. Preventive measures include keeping physical or social distance, ventilating indoor spaces, covering coughs and sneezes, washing hands regularly, avoiding touching the face with unwashed hands, and wearing face masks in public. Quiz Time, Part 4. 1. Name some natural disasters. 2. What is a drought and what problem can it cause? 3. What do floods do and why can they be dangerous? 4. How can diseases and epidemics spread? 5. What are some common symptoms of a virus and some preventive measures to avoid it? Environmental issues. Environmental problems are major global issues today. Examples include pollution of the air, water, and soil with chemicals, global warming, which causes climate change and natural disasters, deforestation, which is the destruction of forests for building materials or firewood, a consumer society that produces too much waste, the greenhouse effect, when heat cannot escape from the atmosphere and the Earth's temperature rises, the destruction of the ozone layer, and the disappearance of many species of animals and plants. Why is the ozone layer important? The ozone layer protects the Earth from harmful ultraviolet radiation from the sun. Without the ozone layer, life on Earth would be very difficult. Plants would not be able to grow properly, and plankton, which is an important food source for ocean life, could not survive. Quiz Time, Part 5. Name 3 examples of environmental problems. What happens during global warming? Why is deforestation a problem? Why is the ozone layer important for life on Earth? What could happen to plants and ocean life if the ozone layer is destroyed? How can we protect the environment in everyday life? Save energy, water, and fuel. Switch off lights, TVs, computers, and radios when you are not using them. Do not leave the refrigerator door open for a long time. Use the washing machine only when it is full or wash clothes by hand. Take showers instead of baths because they use less water. Turn off the tap while brushing your teeth. Use public transport, walk, or ride a bicycle whenever possible. Use renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, and water energy. 2. Reuse. Use items that can be used again. Buy rechargeable batteries. Return glass bottles to shops. 3. Recycle. Sort household waste and place it in special containers. Glass in the green bin, plastic in the yellow bin, paper in the blue bin, metal in the red bin, organic waste in the brown bin. 4. Protect animals and plants. Plant flowers and trees. Protect endangered species. Make compost from food leftovers and use it in the garden. 5. Buy products wisely. Bring your own bag to the shop instead of using disposable plastic bags. Do not buy unnecessary electronic devices because they require a large amount of energy to produce. Buy fresh food instead of canned food. Make a shopping list before shopping. Do not go shopping when you are hungry because you might buy unnecessary food. Also, avoiding smoking helps the environment. Tobacco companies destroy forests to produce cigarette paper and packaging. Approximately 1 tree must be cut down to produce about 300,000 cigarettes. Quiz time, Part 6. What are some ways to save energy and water in everyday life? Why is taking a shower often better for the environment than taking a bath? How can we reuse items instead of throwing them away? Give some examples. How should household waste be sorted for recycling, and why is it important? How does buying wisely help protect the environment? Global problems affect millions of people and the entire planet. Solving them requires cooperation between countries, communities, and individuals. However, change also begins with each of us. By making responsible choices and caring about the world around us, we can help create a better and more sustainable future for the next generations. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like it so it can reach more people. Share it with your friends and subscribe for more videos like this. See you next time.